Folks, this is Darth Rabbit 07 coming at you tonight with another quick review. This time other than the Netflix Siege Sideswipe, as I'm having difficulty with the camera. Bear with me. And as we get into focus, it's the same old Siege mode with the very nicely done paint applications like all these other Netflix versions have gotten. So far so good. You see how that works out right there on the rear, and he looks pretty battle worn. This is different from the original, and speaking of the original, I'm going to bring it up right here next to it. Let you see it's a white instead of a silver with the logos. The red is more vibrant with the original release, and there is the difference between this shoulder cannon that can be there. This is a cast in black plastic over on the sides. See how that works out. And feeling a little clumsy tonight, but anyway, there's that. And for one more all-star comparison, I got the G2 as well, and this one's in black plastic, some red translucent, where everything else is painted on these. It's cast in black and painted some red here and there in the bits. But anyway, it's a totally silly paint job there. And that's the many tales of him in his car mode. I love this car mode. He was one of the first things my granny had gotten me way back when. Warrior Class Sideswipe. I guess it was at Christmas 1984. After my great uncle had gotten me the Ravage Rumble, and it's actually Frenzy, and it was red, and then I got Bumblebee and Brawn. So then Sideswipe was the first Warrior Class. My brother got Hound and Mirage, and I got Sideswipe. A little bit jealous at that time, but it's okay. It's all good. Don't have any of those to account for, so I was really just equally glad to get a hold of these. I'm going to pause this and get this in the robot mode, finish off comparisons and final thoughts, and if you're a fan of Sideswipe, you can't go wrong. Hang on one second. Here's Netflix Sideswipe in his robot mode. As you can see, he's beautifully executed here too. Notice something between all the guns. This and then the black G2 paint job. They have this opposite of what the original gun was. I'm going to do a quick up around the block, let you see the side. Love how there's just everything just folds up into itself and it's really clean. You got your combat ports and all that stuff that comes with the Siege, so you can armor these guys up and do some really fun things with the weaponizers. Here is the original release, and also the Amazon G2 release. We will take it from the side there. No pun intended. Let you get a look there, 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 and there. See how that works out for all those that are curious. I really just dig this mold, and I'm so glad I didn't just cheap out and repaint this to be Sunstreaker, and I can't wait for Sunstreaker to come out. A lot of fun. The only thing that really irks me is that the wrist on all of these are on a hinge that it folds up, as you can see right there, and when it does that, it will that's the only, it just have a wrist swivel. It's got all the other coming in stuff that goes with it, and it's a shame that they just couldn't get the wrist swivel in there. It's just kind of like an afterthought, but most of these Siege figures are well done enough to begin with, and it kind of feels like the same kind of step back from the Siege Starscream to the Earthrise Starscream. All the articulation is not carried over from the Siege version, and had it done that, it would have nailed it for me, because the gem mode's so good on Earthrise. I mean, that's what I'll leave it in pretty much. And then those that liked the Generations Starscream and those Seekers, the robot mode is just like a better version. But anyway, I just wish they'd have carried this stuff over engineering wise, as these are, I mean, this is a very fun line, and it just, if you're a G1 fan like me, just drives it on home. And I say, if you can find these two in retail, he was Amazon exclusive, and I didn't hesitate on any of it when it came to Siege. So, and then saw these guys and some reviews, thanks to other guys out there, and now I've also got my 2 bits in there too. But you can see what I was talking about, how this is the same, and that one's different. But anyway, that's the ins and outs of old Sideswipe there. If you like this review, please smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and make sure to hit that bell to set the thing to where you get all my notifications for new content when you subscribe. And also visit the links down below for my Facebook and that stuff. As the world starts opening back up, they'll eventually get back out in the water, and I'd love to continue making these videos and get my Patreon going and do all this stuff and have fun with the rest of my life. And I hope you guys are having a good time with your families at home with the quarantine, and making the most of, you know, all that family time togetherness. And I thank every one of you guys that have subscribed, and hope others will continue to help support the cause. And thanks again. Till all are one. Y'all have a good night. Be safe out there. Wash your hands and love your loved ones. Thanks again.